Hi there, it's Jessica. Welcome to my channel and this week's plan with me. I am so excited for this week because I am doing a collab with one of my planner girls, Brianna from TheCraftyBanana. You may be familiar with her because I have used some of her sticker kits in the past, and I've definitely shown her stickers in some of my past Etsy hauls. She's also a fellow YouTuber, so we are going to plan with the same kit, one that she has designed for this week. So we are planning March the 13th through the 19th, which lands on the week of St. Patrick's Day here on the 17th. So you see I used some rainbow pre-planning notepad paper purposefully. So let me go ahead and show you this cute kit that we are going to use. I've been holding on to it, anxiously waiting to use it. We have these really cool stickers. One is a tall box of this gorgeous girl, and one is actually kiss cut out. So you decide how you'd like to use it. And then it came with some matching glitter headers. We have our 8 decorative full boxes. One has a quote, "Wishing you a pot o' gold and all the joy your heart can hold." I love that. We have a functional page here, a ton of goodies. We have the full checklist boxes, adorable deco pieces with some half boxes, some traditional headers and littles, and then the bottom washi. And I love the shamrocks because they look hand-drawn and watercolor, and I just think it's themed really well for this week. And I am ready to get started. I am definitely going to be linking Brianna's shop down below. We have a coupon code that you could use in her shop. Also, I'm going to be linking her channel down below, so check her out, and her Instagram. Okay, so all the links are down below, and when you go over there to see her, tell her Jessica said hello. Alright, so I went ahead and got the bottom washi down. I want to go ahead and work on the full boxes next. And I'm going to do a style I haven't done in probably a good month or more. I'm going to put all the decorative boxes down in the bottom row. And I'm definitely going to use one of these girls. I think I'm going to save the Kiss Cut girl to put on something like maybe a notebook, because this will just be easier, you know, to line up. I feel like the best day for me to put her on, because it looks like she's going to take up close to 2 full boxes, would be Sunday. That's the laziest day in our house. I'm going to go ahead and put her on down. That might leave just enough room to maybe put the weekend banner down right there or something. And then we're going to decide where the rest of these are going to go. Some of these are really solid, so I actually brought this page out too because the deco is really cute. I might add some deco to the boxes that are a little bit more blank, you know, so that way I can fit them in. So let me see. I'm going to actually go ahead and just put the quote in the thankful thought. And how can we do this? Let me think about putting the deco pieces in. Well, you know what? When I think about St. Patrick's Day, I immediately think of the rainbow, the pot of gold. So I know this kit is predominantly greens, but I'm going to use the rainbow on St. Patrick's Day. And just let's wish for the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the darkest green, and this looks really large, so I'm going to have to grab some scissors and I'm going to cut some of the rainbow down and fit it in this box here. That's what I'm going to do for Friday, St. Patrick's Day. So let me grab out some scissors real quick. Okay, so I have these little guys here. They should work. Let's see. Where about should I trim? Looks like almost about the bend of it. I don't know that this is gonna look perfect, guys, but let me start up at the top. So I'm just gonna, I could just probably cover it with the header or just take a small snip at the top. There we go. That's gonna work. Okay, so that was fun. Let's move on. I am going to want to put the leprechaun down. Let me scatter these evenly. So she has gorgeous red hair, and he has some red hair as well. So let's kind of evenly separate them. Let's put him on Wednesday, so I need another solid background. Let's put him on this gray box here on Wednesday. And hopefully he fits as is. But it is kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I think he's gonna fit. Let's have him definitely kicking up for joy. I really like the shamrock, so that should go on Monday. And a lot of the pre-planning stickers that I have off to the side, I think a lot of them have black. But there's not a lot of black in this kit. Now that I'm looking through it, I think I may have saw these deco pieces and thought there were. So I'm going to add at least a little piece. Let's do the hat. I think I'll pull in. Should I do this color? Well, it's like kind of the last solid. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put this one over here and put the black hat on top. Alrighty. Alright, so now just for these two, I really love the polka dots. I think I want to center that in. Or do I want to center in some shamrocks? I think those are going to be the two that I do. Okay, I'm just going to center in the shamrocks here. Do the polka dots by the girl. Awesome. I'm going to put the full box checklist all along the top. I'm going to skip Sunday because there's just not going to be enough room. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow the color pattern laid out. So I am curious, do you guys do anything for St. Patrick's Day? Anything special? I know it's an important holiday for some people, and for others it's almost like, you know, another day. And there's a few holidays throughout the year I know are like that. Let me fold this in half. My planner is actually getting really chunky and super uneven. Can you guys tell? Look at that. Look, it's so thin on this side and so thick on the other. It feels really uneven to me. So I want to fold it in half to get a better angle. But anyways, my background, I do have a little bit of Irish. My maiden name, though, is predominantly Scottish. That's where my ancestors come from, on both sides, actually. And if you knew my maiden name, it starts with Mac. So it's definitely Scottish. But to be honest, for me, the only thing that I really do is, I mean, I love any kind of holiday. So I'll paint my nails. I'll put on my funny little shamrock socks. And but that's about as far as I go. And I've always liked putting on maybe something silly to wear to school or something like that. But these days, I've noticed my son has not attended school since he's been of school age. I don't know, maybe it's because of the whole pinching thing. Maybe do I want to do this out ombre? I think I do. So let me go backwards with the colors here. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if it's the pinching thing or what, because he's actually off this week for spring break. I remember having spring breaks, like usually around Easter. Now I know not everybody celebrates that, so that could be a reason, or at least on the week that spring starts, but why this week? You know what I mean? It's just a little awkward. I put that down super uneven. I do have undo off to the side. I'll think about it. What am I doing? You know what? I'm going to have to do the undo now because I totally messed up. I need this down and move this over, and nothing goes on here. Okay, time for undo. It's actually magical, but for me, I don't know, I'm clumsy with it. So let me fix this. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, thank heavens have that fixed. So let me go ahead and fix up the sidebar, and then we'll work on probably some headers next. I need my quote box. Let me grab out everything actually. Alright, so I grabbed my pile here. I also have this freebie that came with it that matches the colors. It has some habit trackers on it. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use some of these glitter headers, but definitely not all 4. So I may not, I don't know, need it. But anyways, let's just start up at the top. I have options, so I don't know what to do. I have 2 checklists, which is cool. But she also provides the Monday to Sunday boxes. And funny enough, they're the exact same 2 colors. So, anyways, I'm going to line this up with the dotted lines. And then I would like at least 1 habit tracker. Maybe for fun, I will take 1 glitter header here. And I'm going to take the lighter green to kind of match the color of the glitter header I chose. And maybe I will go ahead and use my checklists. Sometimes with the Monday to Sundays, besides these daily habit trackers, those work great with Monday to Sundays, but sometimes I like having the checklists in the sidebar because if I write something down and then life happens and it doesn't apply anymore to that day, I don't know, I get bummed versus being able to write it down and being able to check it off as I need to. So I guess I decided I'm going to go ahead and go with these guys. And let's go ahead and title them up. So I am going to go ahead and pick from these gray colored ones. Or you know what I could do? I could actually match them up because I'm not going to use these. And one of them is going to be just a to-do list. Because I like having like a overall vision of the week, you know? What do I want to get done this week? Not just on each day. Kind of the bigger tasks. Man, one of those for sure is needing to work on my little office space. We have a 3-bedroom home, and the smaller room is the office, which we have split in half, and 1/2 is my husband's side and 1/2 is my side. And so far, my side has just kind of been where I've been storing all my craft stuff, and I have craft stuff of all categories, and it's really just piling up in there. Now I need it to be functional, and I don't know what to do. What do I want to also have in there? I'm going to have a to-do. I wanted to do a get it done, but that's like the same thing. Maybe I'll do a this week. Let's do it this week. Okay. I should have switched it out because Get It Done is kind of a cute title. You know, I kind of like this look right here, so I'm just going to kind of center that over those two bottom writing lines, and I'm all set to go. I do need to work on the headers, and I'm going to do a mixture of... I am having some major technical difficulty issues today. I guess I didn't give my camera enough time to cool down because I attempted to film me putting down all of the headers and date covers, and it cut off like 3 more times. I gave up. So I went ahead and put them down myself, got up, got a little sip of something to drink, and let's cross our fingers that I'll get through the rest of this. So basically, now that we have my main structure down, I'm going to start pre-planning out my week. So I'm just going to go day by day, and we're going to start here on Monday. So the first thing I like to do to start off the week is give myself a symbol of motivation and energy, and I like to do that with a coffee cup. And in fact, I have these really awesome ones made by Brianna, TheCraftyBanana. They have my name in it. It says Jessica, and these are shades of green, so it's going to match perfectly. So I'm just going to put it right up here at the corner by my to-do list, because this to-do list is going to be full of things. Mostly like cleaning the house. That's what I do on Monday. So I'll be marking that in my little today section. But first of all, I want to mark that this is actually spring break by putting a no school banner down. These are by MyNewestAddiction. They're my favorite no school stickers. So I'm just going to put that here. I don't need to put one on every day. But just to start the week. I'll be trying to, you know, entertain him throughout this week too. I do want to mark laundry by using this Jennifer, that's her name, by ScribblePrintsco. Which direction do I want her to go? It really doesn't match her. So I'm just going to pick one. I don't know why. I'm going to go this way. Jennifer kind of looks like me, I think. She's doing the laundry. Oh, whoa, darn it. Just bent that little sticker. But anyways, that's the most important of my cleaning duties to get done is everybody's laundry. So there we go. And that's all I'm going to mark down on Monday. On Tuesday, I actually have quite a few errands I need to run. One, I have a dental appointment I have to go to. I have a cleaning scheduled. So I pulled out these really cute labels by ShopJessicaHearts. They're in shades of like grays, and I thought that would go well since there's some grays in the kit. Let me just see which one. Maybe the middle shade. So I'm going to put one of them down for my dental cleaning. And I love the little gold glitter, but I'm actually going to end up covering that up with a different icon. So hopefully I'm getting that down straight. So the icons I want to use are these black icons by Planning World. They have the gold foiling on it. And I'm going to use the little like alarm clock looking one so that I make sure I'm on time because it's an appointment. Mine's at noon, on the dot, noon. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that in. And then after they're done cleaning my teeth, I need to drive to a different city. I don't know, maybe about 30 minutes away. But I have to hop on the freeway and drive down there to run an errand. And then there's a shopping center that me and my son both love. For different reasons, but we both could have some fun while we're down there after running an errand. So I'm going to go ahead and take the one that looks like a little car. We're going to go ahead and drive. We need to drive down there and have a little fun after our errands. And so that'll probably take up the majority of my Tuesday. So I'm going to move on to Wednesday now. So my plan for Wednesday is kind of staying inside, let my son play on his video games, and I need to focus on some things that I have on my own to-do list. I need to focus on some listings, I need to focus on some filming and editing, so I have 2 icons that is going to represent that to me. These are both by Simply Watercolor Co. and I love them both. They have a little bit of gold foiling. So one is shaped like a bow, adorable. I think I'm going to go with, should I go with the light gray again or the darker gray? Let's go with the darker gray for like working on my listings. And then I'm going to go with this green laptop here for filming and editing and that kind of stuff. I'm just going to kind of put them together, and I'm sure that's what I'm going to do the majority of my day, but if anything else pops up, I'll have space. I'm just going to kind of angle them and let them kind of touch each other at the corners like they're holding hands. Alright, so now moving on to Thursday, and one thing I definitely want to do is mark that it's our trash night because we actually forgot last week, or this week, just the other day. Yeah, so we have a full can, which means my husband is gonna have to get inside and jump to push it down as far as he can because we gotta fit the whole next week's trash. So we're getting it again, or we're in big trouble. So I'm just gonna put this little trash can icon by the shop pick stick plan in my little to-do checklist and make sure that I visually see it and remember to get that can to the curb. This is also a day that I really want to make a goal to make a dent on my side of the office. So I am going to take this scribbler, Jennifer. She's not looking too happy in my opinion. Actually, maybe she has the same expression every single icon. Can you guys even tell? I'm sorry. She's sitting at a very light gray desk, but she's got a pile of papers. She's definitely got work to do. I've got work to do in my office. Our work might be different, but I get to say whatever it is because it's my icon. So, actually I'm going to go ahead and put her off to this side, and maybe I could just write next to it. Maybe, yeah, we'll see. But that's my goal. I need to really focus on doing some organization. And I'm going to leave the rest of this day open because I'm really not sure. I have my son home. Maybe I'll take him out again too. Not really sure. It's up in the air this week. So this is St. Patrick's Day. I don't think we have plans. It is TGIF. My husband always comes home early on Fridays, so we may go out. But let me go ahead and put down a label so that I can mark what we do. Even if it's movie nights at home or something like that, or rent a red box. So what I'm gonna do is first take a little glitter label by Erica G Designs, and I think I'm gonna take this pretty light green shade. Let's just go with all greens because it's St. Patrick's Day. And I'm gonna put that down below so I could write in our activity for the day. And then I'm going to take a Clever Gal Craft gold foiled heart, and let's definitely take the green. And that will mark TGIF / St. Patrick's Day. There we go. I need to make sure that all of my uploads for YouTube are done because once I get to the weekend, it's family time and I'm really busy. Most of the time I'm out of the house. I'm going to use these gorgeous flags by Clever Gal Craft, and I think I'm going to take a black one just to kind of tie in some of the black I've already used. And we'll put it on this side. I'm going to have this point towards a little icon that will represent YouTube, so I know. Obviously, get all your editing and uploading and photos, everything you need done by Friday. So here's a little YouTube gold foiled icon by the shop Pretty Paper Crazy. And that's it for Friday. So moving on to Saturday, super excited for this Saturday actually, guys, because Beauty and the Beast is coming out. heck yes, we're going to watch it. I think I'll like this green shade here. These are beautiful marquees with gold foil little hearts by Simply Watercolor Co. And let's see, do I want to put it up towards the top? Oh, you know I need my weekend banner. And this is going to be the main event of the day. So let me bring this down here as low as I can, and then I'm going to grab out my weekend banner to put along the top. So let me grab that next. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the weekend banner. So I see why she doesn't go all the way up to the header. It's probably because if you line this up right, you won't, you know, bring this into her hair or, you know, cut her face off. That would be horrible. So I'm going to try to do a decent job. Put the K in the middle, and I rather it overlap more into the headers and even into other things over that pretty girl. So actually that worked out really well. Nice. Okay, so Sunday is usually never really scheduled unless I know of something. Regardless, I should have a plan with me go live. Every Sunday I track my social media there. So I'm going to take this dark green half box and oh, it says Happy St. Patrick's Day. I just now noticed that. Yay! Where can I put it? Ooh, I want to put it over the rainbow. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to grab, I saw there was a little planner somewhere. So I'll put the planner down, and then I also want to use 3 asterisks to mark the 3 little social media things I like. So here's my tweezers to put those down. Alright, found the page. There's a planner right here. Let me just pop that. I'm going to catty corner it this time. And then I just need 3 of these little guys. One to remind me to respond to some YouTube comments. One to remind me to post to Facebook. And one to remind me to post to Instagram. And then I could use this like a little checklist on Sunday. And that's going to conclude my pre-planning. And I love the way it turned out. It actually is kind of really classy, I think, for a, you know, St. Patrick's green kind of spread. Look at these little tiny shamrocks. I wonder if I could squeeze them up at the top. Kind of give them a scatter real quick. Alright, so this is going to be my finished pre-planned spread for the week of March the 13th through the 19th for St. Patrick's Day. I hope you enjoyed planning with me. Don't forget to go head over to Brianna's channel, TheCraftyBanana, and see how her weekly spread turned out. I will put all her links down below. I'll also put down below in the description box all the shops I used today, as well as any coupon codes that I have to share with you guys. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please hit the subscribe button so that I can see you again soon. Oh, I forgot. I want to go ahead and put this back on because it's going to match nicely for the week. And until I see you next time, I want to wish you a beautiful day and happy planning. Bye, friends.